Hey, what's up guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. In this video, we're going to revisit one of the photos I received of the eclipse from northern Thailand. We're also going to look at this mammoth dust storm moving from the western coast of Africa, and it's going to fill the Gulf of Mexico 5,000 miles away here in about 4 days. We're going to take a look at this huge dust storm from multiple angles, which is putting a lid on the hurricane season. It has, at least temporarily. Also have a picture slideshow put together, new sky phenomena sent in from all around the world. But first I want to revisit this photo that was sent in of the eclipse back on the 21st. In the photo appeared an unknown object. Sune noticed the object in the photo. She also sent a photo of the object, or at least a zoomed in version of whatever this may be. I'm going to leave it up to you guys to decide. I've looked at it a few times since I shared it a couple of days ago, and honestly, I don't know. I thought maybe it was too big to be a bird, but maybe it's just closer to the viewer than what it appears to be. It appears rather large and obviously triangular shaped, but then again, you know, birds at certain points can look like that. Don't know. That's a tough one to call. I'll leave it up to you guys, but would be highly coincidental if a triangle craft was spotted near a rare eclipse. That would be definitely a rare photo. Taking a look at the Schumann resonance, there's been some missing data here and there, but overall, still very quiet. The Yellowstone supervolcano, the caldera at Yellowstone, still active across the caldera, west to east and north to south. And you can see an earthquake on there too. That's more than likely the 6.0 in the northern hemisphere from a couple of days ago. We're looking at the goes east. This is the full disk color, and you can find this at the website right down here on the bottom left. Right there is where this particular satellite is at. I'm going to zoom in closer. We're going to look at this from multiple different angles. We're going to take a look at the particulates associated with the density of this massive storm that is traveling over 5,000 miles. In fact, it's traveled 5,000 miles, but it's also 5,000 miles wide and growing. And it's going to fill the entire Gulf of Mexico with actually a pretty thick layer of dust. You can see it expanding here across the Atlantic at zoom.earth. This is from the 22nd. You can see it engulfed Puerto Rico, a lot of the islands in the Caribbean. That's just the first wave, and there's another one behind it. And that does put a lid on the hurricane season. As long as that dust is out there, at least in this main development region here across the transatlantic, there will not be any hurricanes form in that region. At least there shouldn't be. Here's a photo from Gloriana from Dorado, Puerto Rico. This is from yesterday. As the sun was coming up, you can see how dull the sun looked from all of the dust in the sky. Unbelievable. This is one huge storm, probably one of the biggest that has been in the last half century or so. This thing is really, really big. Here it is on Null School, and you can see the particulates that they're showing and how far they're going to travel. And the approximate density, the lighter the color, the denser the dust. And you can see right now it's just got the islands of the Caribbean completely engulfed. We're going to step it forward up into the 27th. We're going to move it from the 22nd to the 23rd into the 24th. See the dust cloud moving up into Mexico, covering the Yucatan, Cuba, going up into the Gulf of Mexico by the 25th. By the 26th, you can see wave 1 pretty much completely filling the entire Gulf of Mexico early on the 26th. 27th, we're inland. We're up into Texas, Louisiana, southern Arkansas. Dust storm. That thing is holding together. It's not thinning out much. That's wave 1 on the 27th. You can see going inland way up into the central plains, and that will be visible, and you'll be able to see that on coastal cams along the Texas-Louisiana border, and of course over here along the Mexico border. And again, that's wave 1 coming in on the 26th and 27th in the Gulf of Mexico. Another huge one behind it. Unbelievable. Here's a webcam at windy.com looking at Puerto Rico on the 22nd yesterday, and you can see that the sky was pretty much blanked out from so much dust. Incredible storm that is not going away anytime soon. That's going to stretch across the Atlantic for several days, if not the next couple 3 weeks. And once again, that will definitely put a lid on the hurricane season. There will not be hurricanes form at least in that region. Here's a brand new picture slideshow I put together. We've got a wildfire update from out here in Arizona. Nick from Tucson, a night photo of the Bighorn fire in Tucson, getting a little too close for comfort. Here's one from Snowflake, the bushfire, sent in by Colby's Turtle, of a very bright pink sun behind the wildfire smoke up near Snowflake, or at least visible from Snowflake. Back down to Tucson, Kelly B sent in a series of photos. Once again, the fire is getting too close for comfort. The mountains literally look like they're on fire. I've got some photos sent in by Jordan as well. Again, these flames are getting very close, you can see here, to these homes, and more than likely there have been many evacuations in that immediate area right here. Here's some photos sent in by Jordan, who recently moved to Tucson from Chicago and had never experienced any type of wildfires until now. And he said too that the mountain looked like it was literally on fire. And you can see from that photo, it actually does. There's a close-up once again of the flames and smoke getting very close to those homes. Last I heard, it was over 60,000 acres and around 20% containment. That's the Bighorn fire down around Tucson, Arizona. Here's an incredible photo sent in by Angela and Lena out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Massive beam spanning across the sky, creating that dual sky phenomena. Then a golden cloud appeared after the big beam in the sky high above Cincinnati. I took this photo myself, and I've seen this before. I've had people share them with me. That's reflecting off of a window, and that's sunlight in the west reflecting off of a window in the east, leaving an X on the wall. Kind of unique. I'd never seen that before. I've had people share that with me, and I'm not quite sure what it means. Lena M. from the Irish Sea, looking out over the ocean, said the ocean looked green, and it sure enough does. Didn't know what that was, had never seen anything quite like that, as that ominous storm went rolling across the North Atlantic towards the United Kingdom. There it is right there. Huge storm that, in fact, is still out there churning. Charmaine from Newfoundland, big roll cloud spanning across the sky, pretty much as far as she could see in both directions. And then a ominous looking storm cloud, very dark in nature, looks like it's touching the ground. Go from a dark cloud to actually a quite beautiful cloud. Pink and purple and gold, all kinds of colors going on there. And then a photo from their drone. How about that? Awesome photo. Uncle Horse from I-45 between Dallas and Houston. Back on the 21st, a storm basically came rolling in out of nowhere. And it had personality and was very, very photogenic, loaded with color. You can see the sky was multiple shades of like blue and green. And then this massive shelf cloud went sweeping across I-45. And then torrential rains set in, as you're going to see here in a minute, at least in a photo. Rains absolutely come down in buckets. That was sent in by Uncle Horse from near Dallas, in between Dallas and Houston. Joshua, Portland, Maine. Don't see these very often up in Maine. These are usually instigated by heat. It's been very hot up in Maine recently, and on this day I think the temperature was in the 90s. Felt more like Florida up in Maine, and it produced these types of clouds that you generally see in Florida. But keep in mind, those once again are out of Maine. Ray Chang of Taiwan also sent in a photo of a very tall cloud structure off the coast of Taiwan, and that was the day of the eclipse. Ray Chang also shared the eclipse photo with us from the 21st. Michael out of London, Ontario, noticed something up in the sky that he simply could not identify, so took a few pictures and shared them with me, and to be honest, I can't tell what that is either. What do you guys think? Balloons, some sort of a strange craft? Don't know. And neither did Michael. Good observation. Dave from Barrie, Ontario. More storm clouds up in the Ontario area. Those two reaching high up into the atmosphere. Kyle, sent in by Christine from New York. Horizontal rainbow cloud in the sky. Very bright, vivid colors. Genoa, Ohio. Jody, bright orange sunset from Ohio, and there's the sun plunging down below the horizon in a fiery orange sunset. Shelton, Washington, Lonnie G said this cloud here just looked out of place, and I totally agree. It's kind of got an angle to it, some sort of an odd angle. It's like a big ship coming down into the earth. Here it is in a slightly different format, and I agree, it does look kind of out of place. UP of Michigan, Joe 1814. This is a spectacular sunset reflecting off of the lake. Minneapolis, Minnesota, Shanna R. Awesome double-decker rainbow. Might even be a triple there. Little video clip here sent in out of Winchester, Indiana by Alyssa D. Sent in by Dawn M. of some sort of a strange light in the sky. Almost looked like a bright disc. Look at that. Couldn't really tell what that was. And neither could they. That's why they took the video and shared it with me, and I'm simply sharing it with you. Justin I out of St. Augustine, Florida. You're going to watch this very tall cloud up in the sky with a big personality change color in just a matter of a few minutes. Went back out and there was the same cloud, changed uniforms. Now it's pink and orange. Look at that. Spectacular little photo sent in by Justin out of St. Augustine, Daytona, Florida. Photo here sent in by Omar P, who's from Jacksonville, Florida, just down the road. You can see what looked like two large crafts flying through the sky out over the ocean. Simply an incredible photograph. Great observation by Omar, who's from Jacksonville. Picture taken above Daytona Beach, Florida. That is very, very impressive. Once again, you guys are wide awake and on the ball. Keep the photos coming. If you guys are new viewers, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click on this bell. That way you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. If you're current subscribers, simply double check. Make sure you're still subscribed and make sure that bell is still activated. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. All of the photos end up here at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery, and sometimes I'll use them in a picture slideshow, just like you saw right here. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.